Welcome to the 25th Annual Celebration of Leadership. I'm Court Cool, Market President for Fifth Third Bank and co-chair of this year's event. Fifth Third is pleased to once again be a part of this incredible event, celebrating the diversity, collaborative spirit, and visions of inspiring servant leaders across the region. Tonight, we recognize and honor the many individuals, projects, programs, businesses, and organizations committed to working together to make Evansville and the surrounding areas great places to live, work, and play. And we are excited to bring you this program in a new way, in partnership with WNIN. We recognize that the past few months have redefined normal, and we know you are probably at home watching this in your pajamas. We're cool with that. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the stories of all the great work that continues in our great community. Lynn?
Thank you, Court. I'm Lynn Miller-Pease. I'm the CEO of Leadership Everyone. I am so very excited about tonight. As you hear about what's happening in our community and these beautiful nominations, I want you to make a commitment to yourself that you are going to spread the word of what happens when servant leaders take their talent and activate that, look for ways to help one another and to make the world a better place. If there's a problem, look for a way to solve it. If you need help, please ask. Call Leadership Everyone, call people in the community, and let's come together to make sure that we are making this next year even as amazing as the year you're going to hear about during Celebration of Leadership. At this time, I'd like to introduce Susan Hardwick as our MC for tonight.
Thanks, Lynn. So good to be here and with you all at home to celebrate the tremendous work and accomplishments of so many servant leaders in our community. This is certainly a strange time, but the work and impact of those to be recognized tonight has never wavered. We as a community are so grateful to all that work every day to make this community better, more inclusive, and just a great place to live, work, and play. And thanks to Leadership Everyone for convening servant leaders regularly and for bringing us together tonight. And I'll speak for Lynn, Court, and the rest of the presenters tonight. It's kind of nice to put on real clothes, fix our hair, and start to feel a bit more normal. So let's just jump right in. We will begin the individual nominees in the community and neighborhood category. And the nominees you'll see on your screen, and they are listed in the brochure that you can find on the website. Presenting the Community and Neighborhood Award is Jeff Justice of Hafer.
The recipients of the individual award in Community Neighborhood are Jerry and Kimberly Lewis. The Lewises lived their life as servant leaders, personally donating their time, muscle, resources, and heart to delivering furniture to families who recently left dangerous situations. They spend their weekends picking up furniture and delivering it to families with Albion Fellows Bacon Center. Their beautiful commitment to others is certainly an inspiration.
I really don't know what to say with all the people that were nominated on this. It was really pretty awesome to receive this right here.
Individuals nominated in the category of education are also listed on your screen and in your online program.
The recipient of the individual award in education is Jackie Barnett. Jackie is a leader in inclusion and diversity in education. She has grown the EVSC's English as a second language program from less than 100 to over 700 students since the year 2000. More than 50 different languages are spoken in the ESL program. They are proving to international families that Evansville is a welcoming place to live and bringing diversity to our community that may not otherwise have.
Thank you so much, Leadership Everyone, for this fantastic honor. I would love to thank my parents, Mark and Cassie Kniep, and then my husband, Jeff, and kids, Scarlett and Gray. And finally, I'd like to thank my teachers and support staff as they are working together to improve our experience for English learners in the Evansville area. Thank you so much.
Individuals nominated in the category of government, public service, and environment are also listed on the screen. You can see pictures of these wonderful nominees as well.
The recipient of the individual award in government, public service, and environment is Tanisha Carothers. Tanisha is an Evansville native who came to love her city through YMCA's Diamonds program. She later felt compelled to give back and be the kind of mentor that once inspired her to be the woman she is today. She currently has a growing law practice and an exploding startup company. Now, she is changing lives for the better for other children in our community.
Thank you for the nominations. Thank you for being chosen. And I'm excited to see what great work our community continues to do.
Individuals nominated in the category of health and social services are presenting the Individual Health and Social Services Award is Doug Shadow of Lockmuller Group.
The recipient of the Individual Award in Health and Social Services is Tracy Titus. Tracy is always impartial and willing to help anyone. She's an RN and serves as Senior Director of Policy and Accreditation for Centurion. She has worked 19 years at the Vanderburgh County Jail Medical Department and makes certain that jails, prisons, and juvenile facilities provide proper medical care. Tracy works with all races, nationalities, and genders, regardless of their past, because it's her mission to provide quality care to everyone.
Thank you so much, especially to leadership, everyone, for this incredible award. I have it here in hand, and I am so honored to be not only nominated, but to be selected.
Individuals nominated in the arts category.
Well, the recipient of the Individual Award in Arts is Brittany Samsil. Brittany has a passion for painting and philanthropy. Having once lived in a homeless shelter, she understands the vitality of art. She painted in her time of need and now uses that skill to help others. Brittany now sells her artwork, with the majority of those proceeds going to a chosen nonprofit.
We will now present the Division Award for Individual Achievement. And this award is selected from all of the individual nominations. And presenting this award again is Doug Shadow.
Thank you. The recipient of the Division Award for Individual Achievement is Philip Smith. Officer Philip Smith currently serves as the Special Projects Coordinator with the Evansville Police Department. Officer Smith strongly believes in his integration of community. He is a true servant leader that takes a smile and a positive vibe everywhere he goes. His magnetic personality and good humor have helped many citizens in Evansville build trust in the EPD.
Wow. Thank you so much, Abraham, for nominating me. I'm overwhelmed with emotion right now. This is a beautiful award that I do not take lightly.
Congratulations to all of the individual recipients. Now we'll move on to the project or program division. Hey, and don't forget to check us out on Facebook and leadershipeveryone.org. The project and program nominees in the arts category are And here to present the Projects or Program Arts Award is Chris Ryan of the Women's Hospital.
The recipient of the Project or Program Award in Arts is Rogue and Peasant Aces ChangeLab. The Rogue and Peasant Aces is a mobile Shakespeare company that toured 8 schools in the tri-state, performing Shakespeare for over 1,500 students in one semester. Rogue and Peasant made high-quality performance art more accessible to those who might not have been otherwise exposed to it or have had the chance to experience it.
We truly appreciate this honor and so much appreciate the opportunity to be part of this amazing community.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Huzzah.
The project and program nominees in the Community and Neighborhood category are listed on your screen, and again, you can find them on our website in your online program.
The recipient of the Project or Program Award in Community and Neighborhood is the Junior League of Evansville Lunch Program. We often assume children look forward to summer break, but for some it's a difficult 2 months. The Junior League of Evansville, seeking to fill this gap, steps in each year to provide free bagged lunches to children during non-school months. In 2019, the Junior League prepared over 900 lunches and served 650 children. This program was the catalyst during our COVID pandemic to help feed Evansville.
On behalf of the Junior League of Evansville, we would like to thank Leadership Everyone for this award.
The project and program nominees in the education category are and presenting the Projects or Program Award in Education is Phil Wall of Atlas Logistics.
The recipient of the Project or Program Award in Education is Walk a Mile in My Shoes Refugee Camp Simulation. In this project, students from Harrison and Bosse participated in a simulation where they had to flee a country and cross a border to get to a refugee camp. Students encountered border guards, immigration judges, and then went to jail where they had to bribe their way out. Registration to the camp was coded, and the people spoke a foreign language. Emotions were powerful, and most importantly, students gained empathy for families who are currently experiencing this trauma worldwide.
Thank you, Leadership Everyone, for acknowledging this incredible opportunity for students to experience what life is like for people around the world, and to practice empathy, which is such an important thing for young people to experience today.
We really thank you for giving us the acknowledgement and the award for doing work with our great students.
The project and program nominees in the Government, Public Service, and Environment category are listed on the screen and in your online program at leadershipeveryone.org.
The recipient of the Project or Program Award in Government, Public Service, and Environment is Victim Assistance Unit. The Vanderburgh County Prosecutor's Office Victim Assistance Unit is dedicated to the minimizing the pain of victims of crime. Advocates build relationships with victims and have a duty to represent their best interests. But more importantly, they lend a shoulder to cry on when it's needed most. Offering their free services to anyone, the Victim Assistance Program sees each client as a human being that can conquer their difficult situation.
Victim Assistance is honored and humbled to be receiving this award today. Thank you, Leadership Everyone.
The project and program nominees in the Health and Social Services category are also listed on the screen and in your online program. Presenting the Projects or Program Award in Health and Social Services is Kelly Coors of Evansville Department of Metropolitan Development.
The recipient of the Project or Program Award in Health and Social Services is Mobile Food Pantry. This project was started with a goal that no child should go to bed hungry. Mobile Food Pantry supplies non-perishable food that requires minimal cooking to families in need. The Islamic Society of Evansville and Muslim Association of Southern Indiana for Health Advancement collaborated with the Mobile Food Pantry to provide nourishment to those who would otherwise be affected by hunger, regardless of their race, religion, ethnicity, or sexual orientation.
We'd like to thank our countless volunteers and the amount of donations we've had from people all over the community, and it's very appreciated. If you'd like to be further involved or learn more about what we have to offer, please visit mobilefoodpantry.net for further information. Thank you.
And we will now present the Division Award for Project or Program. This award is selected from all of the project and program nominations.
The recipient of the Division Award for Individual Achievement is BRIDGE. BRIDGE is an acronym for Building Respect and Integrity in Diverse Greater Evansville, and that is exactly what they have done. Working with the Evansville-Vanderburgh Public Library, they conducted a series of presentations called Understanding Privilege and Bias that investigated white privilege. BRIDGE brings these difficult conversations to a safe place in order to foster positive relationships, understanding, and dialogue across the diverse Evansville community.
We look forward to continuing our work and appreciate your recognition, and will proudly enjoy this.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
So proud to be part of this group every day.
Yes, thank you, and we are very proud.
Congratulations to all the project and program recipients. And now we'll move on to the Business and Organization Division. The Business and Organization nominees in the Arts category are and presenting the Business or Organization Award in Arts is Nate Hahn of Evansville Regional Airport.
The recipient of the Business or Organization Award in Arts is Parks Fest Music Festival. Parks Fest is a world-class music entertainment and experience provided free to the public and our community. The event takes place in Garvin Park in the heart of the Jacobsville neighborhood and features national and regional touring musicians as well as local artists. Parks Fest is driven to bettering our community by promoting equal access to exciting and enriching cultural experiences.
Well, on behalf of Parks Fest and all our sponsors, including the Arts Council of Southwest Indiana, the Anna and Benjamin Bossy Trust, the Mesker Trust, and all our sponsors, we are absolutely honored to be able to take home this award this year.
The Business and Organization nominees in the Community and Neighborhood category are listed on the screen and also in your online program at leadershipeveryone.org.
The recipient of the Business and Organization Award in Community and Neighborhood is Churches Embracing Offenders. Churches Embracing Offenders is dedicated to giving former inmates a new lease on life. They are a nonprofit agency who ministers to the spiritual, physical, emotional, and social needs of nonviolent offenders living in and returning to the community from incarceration. Since June of 2000, Churches Embracing Offenders has been helping area men, women, and youth re-enter society and avoid recidivism.
We consider it an honor to be able to help men and women re-enter society and succeed at life. Thank you, everyone.
The Business and Organization nominees in the Education category are High Score Saloon, Jacob Ball Wish Fund, RAMP, and presenting the Business or Organization Award in Education is Dan Parad of St. Vincent Ascension.
The recipient of the Business or Organization Award in Education is Jacob Ball Wish Fund. The admirable mission of the Jacob Ball Wish Fund is to assist teachers and caregivers of children with special needs by providing exceptional teaching tools and developmental opportunities to enrich these children's experiences. The Jacob Ball Wish Fund was established with the sole purpose of funding wishes to teachers and caregivers who work with our special friends.
We are pleased to have been able to fund Wishes to support over 2,000 students and their teachers in the tri-state and beyond. Thank you so much.
The Business and Organization nominees in the Government, Public Service, and Environment category are listed on your screen and again in our online program.
The recipient of the Business or Organization Award in Government, Public Service, and Environment is Hangers. Hangers is a clothing resource committed to serving EVSC students in need by providing them everyday living essentials like clothing, school supplies, and hygiene products that would otherwise be unaffordable. Hangers strives to improve the self-esteem and confidence of each student served and in turn ensures greater student success and fulfillment.
I would say we're really happy to be receiving the award in the environment area because we work real hard here to take in all the donations we are fortunate to receive from our donors, and we handle them carefully, and then what we can't use, we share with other agencies in the community.
The business or organization nominees in the Health and Social Services category and presenting the Business or Organization Award in Health and Social Services is Amy Suzette of Deaconess.
The recipient of the Business or Organization Award in Health and Social Services is Tribe. The mission of Tribe is to create a space where female-identifying survivors of emotional, physical, and sexual abuse can rebuild confidence, self-esteem, and personality. A peer-led adventure and challenge-based support group, Tribe conducts sessions throughout the year and utilizes rock climbing, yoga, hiking, kayaking, and art to suit the individual members' interest.
We are incredibly grateful for one another and the continued support of the community and who we are whenever we can use our voices to change our world. So thank you.
We will now present the Division Award for Business or Organization. And presenting this award is Amy Suzette.
The recipient of the Division Award for Business or Organization is United Caring Services. United Caring Services is a nonprofit homeless shelter and services agency that provides a much-needed resource for our homeless population throughout their 6 stabilization services. Their mission is to provide value-based, low-barrier, sustainable, and high-quality homeless shelter services and solutions for people in need. UCS is led by Executive Director Jason Emerson. He goes above and beyond to address the community's issues of homelessness.
We're just happy to be here, happy to be acknowledged, recognized. We thank everyone for their support, and we hope to next year's year 30 for us. So we hope as 29 winds down, 30 comes up, we continue forward.
Congratulations to all of the businesses and organizations nominated. Hey, and don't forget to check out Leadership Everyone's Facebook page for lots of live celebrations, and also remember to visit leadershipeveryone.org for the program and other information related to tonight. So now let's begin with the presentation of special awards. Nominees, if your name was not called as a recipient in your division, you may still be a recipient of one of these awards. And we're going to begin this section with the Spirit Award. The Spirit Award is named after a brave little dachshund mix who survived a horrific act of animal cruelty. When found, she was close to death and needed costly medical treatment. The community rallied behind Spirit with financial support, which came to be the beginning of the Spirit Medical Fund. And here to present the Spirit Award is Amy Suzette.
The recipient of the Spirit Award is Jana Green and Dexter. Jana has a love for people and dogs. She and her dog, Dexter, have been in the guiding force in implementing the therapy dog program at the Women's Hospital. Her goal is to spread awareness about the healing qualities of dogs by providing compassionate therapy dog interactions, ensuring that all patients feel comfortable during their stay. These interactions are a positive experience for both the patient and the dog.
We just do this because we feel like this is what the good Lord has wanted us to do. And I don't mean to tear up, but it is our ministry. We're so happy to do it. To get an award like this is just like the icing on the cake.
And now we want to honor a very special young man, Sam Featherstone, by presenting 4 awards in his name. When diagnosed with brain cancer at the age of 15, Sam founded Sam Strong and became an outspoken advocate of causes and treatments of pediatric cancer. These awards are an opportunity to recognize young people making a difference in our community like Sam did. And joining us to present the Sam Featherstone Youth Awards are our very special guests, Sam's parents, Andy and Tammy Featherstone.
The first Sam Featherstone Youth Award for an individual goes to Xavier Davidson. Xavier's core belief is that everyone is unique and important. He has been there for any child he has seen suffering from depression or anxiety, as well as those with disabilities. For instance, he once went out of his way to comfort a boy with Tourette's syndrome who has been bullied. No matter who you are, Xavier will be your ally.
I want to thank my mom and my supporters, and I feel very grateful getting this award.
A second Sam Featherstone Youth Award to an individual goes to Noah Nellis. Noah is a student at Reitz High School and a young entrepreneur. His lawn care business reaches all over the tri-state, and so does his desire to help the community. Last year, Noah contacted the 911 Gives Hope Board about helping with their annual toy drive and made an incredible donation of toys. He plans to be involved every year. He is a true future leader who is already making a difference in his community.
I want to thank everybody who helped me, not only during that event, but pretty much on a daily basis. Everything from family to all my helpers that help me every day. I really appreciate it. I couldn't do anything without them.
The next Sam Featherstone Youth Award for an individual goes to Blake Podewils. Blake Podewils is not a typical 8th grader. He's a hard-working philanthropist. Upon learning about illiteracy and how many barriers can be overcome by improving literacy levels, Blake started a GoFundMe to raise money to purchase items on the Literacy Center's wish list. He even put together bookshelves for them. His dedication to this mission continues, and he is a true young servant leader.
Thank you for the award. I'm just so glad that I could help in my community and make a difference, because obviously literacy is really important.
The Sam Featherstone Youth Award recipient for project or program is Piggies for Presents. Piggies for Presents began in 2018 when first grader Orhan Sarl wanted to use money from his piggy bank to buy toys for kids in our community. He invited his classmates to join him, and then it grew to the class below him. Together, they bought around 220 toys that were donated to Young and Established Toy Drive. Each year, the project grows to impact more local children.
Well, thank you. I mean, this is great. This award really means a lot to me.
Those with sportsmanship understand that the real winners are those who know how to persevere and to behave with dignity, whether they win or lose. And presenting the Sportsmanship Awards is Pat Creech of Welborn Baptist Foundation.
The recipient of the first Sportsmanship Award goes to Evansville Junior Football League Colts. Evansville Junior Football League enables disabled children to achieve their dream of playing football. They were approached by the family of Andrew Marsh, a special needs child who wanted to join. They made Andrew an honorary captain for the team. He assisted with practice and even scored a touchdown. It inspired our community, showing that if kids are able to see through perceived differences, anyone can.
I don't know that it's award-worthy on my end, maybe for Lucas and Andrew, but to me it was a no-brainer, and I enjoyed every second of it.
The recipient of the next Sportsmanship Award goes to Reitz Memorial High School Football Team. Reitz Memorial football coaches, players, and student managers have created a tremendous team culture of servant leadership. Selflessness, brotherhood, genuine concern for others, and the importance of family are best represented by the team's connection with freshman Sam Schultz, who battles epidermolysis bullosa, and team videographer Aaron Coomer, who lives with cerebral palsy.
You know, what an honor for these young men to receive this award. All year long, they've been a selfless group and worked together, and have the opportunity to be around young men like Sam Schultz and Aaron Coomer has really been beneficial for these guys.
Servant leaders choose first to serve and then to lead. They serve out of personal mission rather than personal agenda. Bryce Jordan, a student at Evans School who passed away unexpectedly in 2015 at the age of 11, was the perfect example of a servant leader. Bryce was active in his school and community, always right there, ready to help in any way he could. And presenting the Bryce Jordan Servant Leader Award is Pat Creech.
The recipient of the Bryce Jordan Servant Leadership Award is Fresh Fruit Friday and Power Protein Peanut Butter. This program was developed and started last summer by 16-year-olds Amanda Deach and Emily English. After a trip to Heifer International Ranch to learn about food insecurity, they were inspired to help the Fulton Square Boys and Girls Club. Since the weekend food backpack program is not available during the summer, these girls created a program to supply take-home food bags for the weekends with fresh fruit and jars of peanut butter.
It has been a great opportunity to serve our community.
Thank you for this honor. It is such an amazing experience, and we are really blessed to receive this award.
Susan Kelly Jordan gave her life to protect students in her school. This award is in honor of others who show courage through difficulties. And here to present the Susan Kelly Jordan Courage Award is Sheila Huff.
The recipient of the Susan Kelly Jordan Courage Award is Summer El-Khodary. Summer, a student at University of Evansville, is an advocate for women who wear hijabs and headscarves. She shares the stories of amazing women who break barriers all over the world while proudly with their hijabs. Summer has gone above and beyond by planning events for the Evansville community to spread the message of diversity.
Thank you so much for nominating me and ultimately getting this award. We're filming this on June 2nd, which is Blackout Tuesday. And so in solidarity with all the Black community, I've chosen to wear black. I don't think an ounce of what I've done is more than they've been facing on a daily basis. So this goes out to them more than it does to me.
The next award is given in honor of Lieutenant Colonel Reginald Gibson, whose strategic determination, organization, and persistence, coupled with fostering love, caring, and loyalty, made Reggie an incredible family man, friend, and mentor. And here to present the Lieutenant Colonel Reginald Gibson Award is Sheila Huff.
The recipient of the Lieutenant Colonel Reginald Gibson Award is Steve Reffett. Steve dedicates a huge part of his life to students. He volunteers his time as a tutor, substitute teacher, and on various community boards. He talks to students about their future goals, helps them find jobs, and takes them on college visits. Steve is forever giving of his time and energy to help our inner city kids, as well as all people who need a positive role model.
I am honored to receive this award for Lieutenant Colonel Reginald Gibson. He sounds like just a wonderful person. It sounds like he was really a true servant.
Willie Effie Thomas, a Celebration of Leadership Lifetime Achievement winner, was one who broke down walls of oppression and helped overcome complacency. And here to present the Willie Effie Thomas Diversity Award is Niall McConville of Saubach.
The recipient of the Willie Effie Thomas Diversity Award is cMoe's Children's March on Evansville. The Children's March on Evansville, organized by the Children's Museum of Evansville, was created as a platform to amplify the voices of youth on social justice issues. A rally was held before the march where students created messages of equality and love. Because of the success of the march, cMoe was the first organization in the state to be granted access to the Cultural Competency Learning Institute, which aims to generate organizational change in the arenas of equity, diversity, and inclusion initiatives.
Well, on behalf of everyone here at cMoe, thank you so much for this tremendous honor. This award comes at a particularly difficult time for this nation, and we here at cMoe are proud members of the National Association of Children's Museums, and together we envision a world that honors all children and respects the diverse ways in which they learn and develop.
Shirley James, called the Queen of Green. set a very high standard for our community by beautifying nature and making it accessible for all. Here to present the Shirley James Greening the Community Award is again Niall McConville.
The recipient of the Shirley James Greening the Community Award is Morton Solar and Electric. Morton Solar and Electric is more than just the longest standing solar company in Indiana. In 2019, Morton Solar became the first certified B Corporation in Southern Indiana, a high distinction for businesses that balance purpose and profit, driving a global movement using business as a force for good. Morton Solar donates solar arrays to organizations like CAPE, the Mickey's Kingdom, and Howell Wetlands to educate and provide energy. In 1 year alone, Morton has been able to offset over 9 million pounds of carbon dioxide.
Thanks, leadership, everyone, for this award. We're very honored, very happy to receive this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nancy Sieben-Kaler, a Leadership Everyone alumna, accomplished her goals with unwavering grace, dignity, and a sense of humor. Her final endeavor, the Linda E. White Hospice House, was completed just before losing her own battle to cancer. This award honors bold strength in community stewardship. And here to present the Nancy Sieben-Kaler Sustainability Award is again Niall McConville.
The recipient of the Nancy Sieben-Kaler Sustainability Award is Kirsten Wagmeister for HeartSaver. Kirsten is the chair of HeartSaver, an all-volunteer organization that raises money to place automated external defibrillators in area churches, schools, community centers, nonprofit organizations, and first responder vehicles. Under her leadership, HeartSaver has raised funds to distribute 400 AEDs throughout the tri-state area.
Thank you to leadership everyone. This is an honor for our little organization. Our goals have been very simple from the beginning. We raise funds to place as many of these little miracles in a box, these life-saving devices, because that's what they are, throughout the tri-state as possible.
My name is Katie Paulin. I am one of Sarah B. Davies' granddaughters. Sarah was a fearless leader and believed that all people can and should be authentic leaders. My grandmother taught me and all who knew her that each of us should bravely and boldly use our time, talent, and passions to make our community a better place. To present the Sarah B. Davies Award are my siblings, Jack Miller and Lily Pease.
We are so excited to present the Sarah B. Davies Award to Florentine Dawn.
Florentine Dawn is not only committed to her performance art, but also to her desire to make a difference in her community.
Florentine Dawn's ability to be herself and be proud of who she is makes her an incredible role model and inspiration to others.
She is opening the door for everyone to accept their authentic selves and celebrate everything that makes them unique.
I am so honored to accept this award because this honor really represents all the people that need to know that it's okay to be who they are, never to fear about themselves at all, and to just keep moving forward.
Darrell Ragland was one of this city's exemplary servant leaders and visionaries. Battling a rare form of pancreatic cancer, he transformed his diagnosis into a declaration to live, love, and give back, creating the Darrell Ragland Foundation to raise awareness and help others combat pancreatic cancer. Here to present the Darrell Ragland Award is Femi Dieti of AstraZeneca.
The recipient of the Darrell Ragland Award is DeAndre Wilson. So DeAndre is that guy you see rolling the Cancer Sucks tire around town. Through Keep Rolling campaign and in memory of his father, DeAndre is collaborating with the community on a documentary while cross-promoting organizations. With virtually no budget, he is finding new partners, building collaborative relationships with existing organizations, and reminding thousands of people to improve their health outcomes and perseverance.
Thank you, everyone. I'm truly blessed to receive this award today. I remember talking to Mr. Ragland about his condition. My goal at the time was to have him talk to my father, but unfortunately I was too late. But receiving this award is very dear to my heart. I hope everyone will come out and support the documentary when I release it. I'm so thankful for all my community support thus far. and I can't wait to show you all with everything I've been working on. Thank you.
The Transformational Inclusion Award recognizes honorees that establish a culture where inclusion is not only encouraged, but achieved. And here to present the Transformational Inclusion Award is Femi Dieti again.
The recipient of the Transformational Inclusion Award is Fifth Third Bank. So Fifth Third Bank is a diversified financial services company with a dedication to its employees, community, and environment. This year, Fifth Third raised its minimum wage to $18 per hour, a 50% increase in 2 years. They support employees in their efforts to actively engage and participate in local nonprofit and other community efforts. In addition, Fifth Third has taken substantial action to become greener, reducing energy use and waste, and purchasing 100% renewable power. They are an example to the community of what a company should be.
Thank you, Femi. You know, at Fifth Third Bank, we are committed to diversity and inclusion. In fact, it's one of our core values. And a big part of that is having an intentionally inclusive workplace, supporting our diverse workforce with a living wage, and having an efficient, renewable workplace. We are so honored to have received this recognition. Thank you.
The Inspiration Award goes to an individual or an organization whose mission is to inspire others to be the best they can be. And here again is Femi to present the Inspiration Award.
The recipient of the Inspiration Award is Indiana Ambition Basketball. Indiana Ambition Basketball, started by Mitch Lewis, is dedicated to helping kids pursue their basketball interests. This organization takes kids of all shapes and sizes and builds confidence and other social skills. Indiana Ambition Basketball instills character lessons into every single aspect of the game, from playing time to training to team selection.
Just want to say thank you to leadership, everyone, for giving us a chance to be a part of something positive in the community. I want to thank our Ambition family, the parents, the kids, and the coaches that make this all happen.
The Regional Impact Award is given to honor an individual or organization with a sense of stewardship of the community and its resources. And here to present the Regional Impact Award is El-Khodary of Toyota Motor Manufacturing of Indiana.
The recipient of the Regional Impact Award is Albion's Primary Prevention Program. Albion's Primary Prevention Program provides education and training for youth and adults to prevent first-time perpetration and victimization while implementing evidence-based strategies that begin on a personal level. Albion teaches skills to develop healthy dating, positive communication, anger management, and conflict resolution. Increasing awareness of abuse, improving bystander intervention skills, and equipping youth with the skills and resources to help themselves or friends in an abusive relationship.
Thank you so much. It was an honor and a privilege just to be nominated, but to actually win the award means so much.
I'd also like to thank all of our teachers and students and the other educators who allow us to come into the schools and talk to the students and teach our program.
At Albion, our mission is to prevent violence, and we can't do that alone. It takes the community of advocates. And so we thank our community, we thank leadership, everyone, and we appreciate you coming alongside us and doing this work so that we can realize our vision of a violence-free community. Thank you.
Thank you, leadership, everyone.
Thank y'all. Yay.
Strong and vibrant communities depend on the contributions of individuals and groups committed to improving the world around them. The Civic Engagement Award recognizes and honors transformational partnerships and contributions of individuals and organizations to the community and the tri-state. And here to present the Civic Engagement Award is again El-Khodary.
The recipient of the Civic Engagement Award is Delaware Dream Center Partnership. In June 2017, the Dream Center partnered with Delaware Elementary School to personally tutor students, as well as come into the school to create lasting relationships. They work with small groups, interacting with students during lunch and recess, and after-school programs. By creating real relationships, the Dream Center is able to address any obstacles students may face in classroom or otherwise.
Thank you for celebrating the Delaware and Dream Center partnership and acknowledging all of the work taking place in our community. Through this collaboration, we hope to truly help students discover and discern the power of yet.
Couldn't be happier to be recognized with this award. The partnership with Delaware has been a true delight, the best thing about my professional career, and I couldn't be more excited to be recognized. Thank you so much to everybody who was responsible for this award, and we look forward to continuing our partnership with Delaware.
The Outstanding Innovation Award recognizes individuals, organizations, or projects that bring new ideas, approaches, methodology, and creative thinking to address community issues. And here once again to present the Outstanding Innovation Award is Leah Curry.
The recipient of the Outstanding Innovation Award is DNA Lab. Evansville African American Museum's DNA Lab is a Saturday leadership academy for middle school students that promotes a greater chance of personal success and a collective sense of community through cultural, educational, and social enrichment. Identifying a gap in cultural educational experiences for young people, DNA Lab ensures that the students have the opportunity to learn and experience those missing pieces through educational activities, speakers, and community outings led by local young leaders.
Huge shout out to the African American Museum.
Thank you so much to our scholars. You guys rock.
Thank you so much to the parents that bring your children every day to participate in this program.
Leadership, everyone, thank you so much for believing in us and acknowledging all of our hard work.
We are so excited to be able to say that now in our second year, we are seeing multiple 8th grade graduates, and we're just happy that our community is also seeing our hard work. Thank you so much for this honor.
Thank you.
The Philanthropy Award acknowledges an individual, organization, or project that is dedicated to serving our community through financial support, community involvement, and motivation to take leadership roles in philanthropy that support our local initiatives. Here to present the Philanthropy Award is Tom Moore, a veteran, a Centerpoint Energy company.
The recipient of the Philanthropy Award is High Score Saloon. High Score Saloon offers more to this community than just a fun place to play vintage games. This past year, they brought together local businesses to pay off EVSC student lunch debt. They have also raised thousands of dollars for local animal shelters, cancer support groups, schools, and women's shelters through givebacks.
The Philanthropy Award for Evansville is something that we never really thought we would be working toward. Whenever we did our givebacks, it was really just about the community and the organizations that we saw value in. So we appreciate whoever nominated us, and we appreciate leadership, everyone, and we appreciate that you let us do this for our town.
The Visionary Award acknowledges an individual or business that works with imagination, insight, and boldness. And here to present the Visionary Award is again Tom Moore.
The recipient of the Visionary Award is Southern Indiana Mentoring Academy. Southern Indiana Mentoring Academy is a program that is partnered with Lincoln School in order to support and empower young men within the community to make positive life choices and enable them to maximize their personal potential. This year, they raised money to purchase Christmas gifts for each young man at Lincoln. They volunteer their time during lunch, recess, other events, and participate in their site council advisory meetings. Southern Indiana Mentoring Academy is committed to making a difference in the lives of young men.
First of all, I want to thank leadership, everyone, for this surprise award. It's really a surprise. Thank you very much. Next, I want to thank my spiritual advisor and pastor, Reverend Dr. Adrian Brooks, for his advice and encouragement.
The Community Collaboration Award acknowledges an individual, organization, or project in our community that brings appropriate people together to work in a constructive way and with good information so they can create authentic visions and strategies for addressing their shared concerns. And here to present the Community Collaboration Award is once again Tom Moore.
The recipient of the Community Collaboration Award is Aurora Homeless Outreach Team. The Aurora Homeless Outreach Team goes out of their way to care for the homeless population in Evansville. They go as far as to seek out those experiencing homelessness by visiting abandoned homes, parks, bridges, and garages in order to service those in need who may not know how to reach out. In addition to providing for their basic needs, they help navigate the processes of obtaining identification, Social Security cards, and housing.
Well, thank you so much, Officer Brewer, for the nomination, and Leadership Evansville for recognizing the work we do. We love to do it, and collaboration is at the heart of everything we do. We can't help the folks we work with without every partner in the community.
The Lifetime Award goes to an individual who has made a lasting impact on the community through their hard work and servant leadership. They have worked tirelessly for many years and share their gifts for the purpose of improving the lives of others around them. Here to present the Lifetime Awards is our co-chair, Court Cool of Fifth Third Bank.
The recipient of the first Lifetime Award is Carol Abrams. Carol has called Evansville her hometown for the past 36 years, and during that time she's impacted thousands of teachers, students, and community members. While her main passion is the arts, she's also furiously interested in equity for all.
Thank you so much. It is truly an honor to receive this prestigious award. I can only say that everything I've been so fortunate to do here in Evansville has been an honor, a joy, and an education.
The recipient of the second Lifetime Award is Betty Poole. Betty is a servant leader who's vital to our community. She engages families across different cultures, works with students who exhibit destructive behaviors, and reaches disconnected parents. Betty does not allow homeless and at-risk youth of our community to disappear under the radar. Her passion and dedication see to it.
Thank you so very much. I thank you first, leadership, everyone, for this wonderful award. Thank you, Evansville, for allowing me to serve in this community. And from my home to your home, please continue to be safe and healthy. Thank you again.
The recipient of the third Lifetime Award is Dave Schutte. Dave has dedicated his life to the children of Evansville. After 14 years of service at EVSC, Dave retired to quickly become the director of the EVSC Foundation's Hangers Program, a clothing resource for students. Through his leadership and caring attitude, he inspires students and reminds them that people do care and want to see them succeed, no matter their upbringing.
I'd like to thank Leadership, everyone, for this fantastic award. You know, it's only by standing on the shoulders of giants that you get to the position I am. I've had so much help along the way.
Kindness creates kindness, and bitterness evolves into more bitterness. So all of us, I think, the more kindness we can create, the more kindness that creates. But the more bitterness there is in the world, the more that evolves into more bitterness. And we have to work together as a community, and all of us have done this in our careers, and all of us here in this room, let's work on creating more kindness.
There are so many opportunities. There are tremendous opportunities to get involved here. Yes. And it's very easy. Every organization needs, wants, and welcomes new blood. Yes. Newcomers.
Right.
And you know, it's very doable to get involved here.
And I encourage everyone, if you haven't had the opportunity to put your hands in it, put your hands into service, particularly our young people, because they need us right now like they've never needed us before.
Congratulations to all the recipients. Now we have a special message from the mayor of our city.
Thanks, Lynn. I think back over these last few weeks, last few months, what am I saying? And time is kind of a blur. And I think about all the dramatic things that have happened in our world and in our city. And I have to tell you, I think our city has really risen to the occasion. And I couldn't be more proud of how people have come together no matter what the crisis is. I think back to the first time when we were trying to figure out how to support nonprofit organizations because of the COVID pandemic. And a meeting here, a phone call there, and all of a sudden we have a committee, and the next thing you know, we've raised over $5 million to support those organizations that do so much to help so many. Just calls and meetings. It's about people, it's about relationships. And I think about the issues of social injustice that our entire world is facing now. There's some real trauma in our lives, and there's real pain in the hearts and minds of many people. I've been saying for a long time, and I believe this with all my heart, there is justice and goodness in everyone. I've seen justice and goodness in so many people in our city for months. I couldn't be more proud. If we're going to continue to push and live to be a community where E is for everyone, then we need to continue to look for the goodness and the justice in everyone.
What an incredible night this has been. Congratulations to all of the nominees and recipients this evening. And remember, you can submit your Celebration of Leadership nominations for 2021 online now at leadershipeveryone.org. We're thrilled to honor and recognize the huge number of diverse people and animals within our community. Thank you again, and good night.